Hebrews 7 and 8. For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, Kohen of El Elyon, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all, first being interpreted king of righteousness, and then also king of Salem, which means king of Shalom, without father, without mother, without genealogy, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like the Son of God, remains a Kohen continually. Now consider how great this man was, to whom even Abraham, the patriarch, gave a tenth out of the best plunder, and they indeed of the sons of Levi, who receive the Kohen's office, have commandment to take tithes of the people according to the Torah, that is, of their brothers, though these have come out of the body of Abraham. But he whose genealogy is not counted from them has accepted tithes from Abraham, and has blessed him who has the promises. But without any dispute, the lesser is blessed by the greater. Here, people who die receive tithes, but there one received tithes of whom it is testified that he lives. We can say that through Abraham, even Levi, who received tithes, has paid tithes, for he was yet in the body of his father when Melchizedek met him. Now if perfection was through the Levitical priesthood, for under if the people received the Torah, what further need was there for another Kohen to arise after the order of Melchizedek, and not be called after the order of Aaron? For the priesthood being changed, there is of necessity a change made also in the Torah. For he of whom these things are said belongs to another tribe, for which no one has officiated at the altar. For it is evident that our Lord has sprung out of Judah, about which tribe Moses spoke nothing concerning priesthood. And this is yet more abundantly evident, if after the likelihood of Melchizedek there arises another Kohen, who has been made, not after the Torah or a fleshly commandment, but after the power of an endless life. For it is testified, you are a Kohen forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. For this is an annulling of a foregoing commandment because of its weakness and uselessness. For the Torah made nothing perfect, and a bringing in of a better hope, through which we draw near to God. And inasmuch as he was not made Kohen without the taking of an oath, for they indeed have been made a Kohenim without an oath, but he with an oath by him that says of him, Yahweh has sworn, and will not change his mind. You are a Kohen forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. By so much, Yeshua has become the guarantee of a better covenant. Also, there were many Kohenim, because they were hindered from the continuing by death, but he, because he continues forever, has an unchangeable priesthood. Therefore, he is also able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, seeing that he lives forever to make intercession for them. For such a Kohen Gadol was fitting for us, holy, guiltless, undefiled, separated from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who does not need, like those Kohen Gadol, to offer up sacrifices daily, first for his own sins, and then for the sins of the people. For he did this once for all, when he offered up himself. For the Torah appoints men as Kohen Gadol, who have weaknesses, but the word of the oath, which came after the Torah, appoints a son forever, who has been perfected. Now, in the things which we are saying, the main point is this: we have such a Kohen Gadol, who sat down on the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens, a servant of the sanctuary and under the true tabernacle, which the Lord pitched, not man. For every Kohen Gadol is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices. Therefore it is necessary that this Kohen Gadol also have something to offer. For if he were on earth, he would not be a Kohen at all, seeing there are Kohanim who offer the gifts according to the Torah, who serve a copy and shadow of the heavenly things, just as Moses was warned by God when he was about to make the tabernacle. For he said, "See, you shall make everything according to the pattern that was shown you on the mountain." But now he has obtained a more excellent ministry, by so much as he is also the mediator of a better covenant, which on better promises has been given as Torah. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then no place would have been sought for a second. For finding fault with them, he said, "Behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. For they did not continue in my covenant, and I disregarded them, says Yahweh. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says Yahweh. I will put my Torah into their mind, and I will also write them on their heart. And I will be their God, and they will be my people. They will not teach every man his fellow citizen and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for all will know me, from their least to their greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and I will remember their sins and lawless deeds no more. In that he says, a new covenant he has made with the first one is obsolete, and what is becoming obsolete and growing old is near to vanish away.